Hey, so I wanted to just shed some light on a particular area that I notice with a few of my clients that I've worked with. So, a lot of times you'll start out a new program and you'll be excited, the momentum will be flowing, your willpower is going to be strong right off the bat, and you get going. And as you move along, and maybe after a few weeks or a month, you might notice just this slow fade from the momentum. So I've noticed this with some clients that started out with my program and things were going well. And for one particular client, things started to slowly just kind of, the momentum was dying down. And this happens with a lot of people where, they're riding on that momentum and they're excited and things are going super well, but all of a sudden life starts to happen. So, if let's say someone gets sick, or you're getting a new job, or your finances aren't where you want them to be, maybe you're going on a vacation, it's the holidays, whatever else, maybe you went through, a breakup in your relationship. There are things that happen, just normal, everyday challenges that can arise for us, and they can throw us off track. But what happens is when you begin a new program, or you begin, a new transformational journey, whether it's for your health, your finances, your relationships, your relationship with yourself, these things are going to happen, but we have to change our mindset at how we're looking at them. So instead of thinking this circumstance happened, I have to stop what I'm doing. Or maybe all of a sudden, it happened and it threw me off track, and now I don't feel like getting back on track. I just feel like giving up because that momentum died. So when this happens, you can't just give up. And the reason I say that you can't just give up is because you started this thing for a particular reason. So if you reflect back to, let's say when you began a new health journey, or you were trying to create a healthier relationship with yourself or someone else, you had an intention or a goal when you began, and maybe you lost sight of it. But what really fuels you is knowing why you started that goal. Your why is what's going to keep you moving forward. The more you come back and reconnect to your why over and over again, that's going to keep things moving in the right direction. So I wanted to basically shed some light on this particular area, because I think most people are mistaken that, all of a sudden when that momentum dies, that they're just going to give up and that's it, and they call it a day. And then they come back to feeling, that hopeless feeling, that feeling of, I'm never going to achieve this goal. This is super frustrating to me. It's a huge disappointment to themselves. But then time will pass. They'll forget about the pain that was associated with the frustration, the disappointment, the hopelessness, and then they'll try again. And this cycle repeats itself over and over and over again, because most people think that if they keep trying, the results are going to change. But what's really happening is they need to try things in a different way from how they've always tried them. So if you simply reflect on, how you've approached a particular goal, notice where you fell off during that goal. What exactly was going on during that time? And what were the thoughts that you were thinking that made you possibly give up, or kind of like, fall off track for quite a bit until you got back on again? And can you reflect on those thoughts? Just look at them, observe them, notice them as they are, and think to yourself, what is it that you could do differently? How could you think differently? What actions could you take in preparation for, this possibility of another barrier coming your way? Because I will tell you right now, another barrier is going to come your way. We are constantly facing challenges in life every day, but these goals that we set for ourselves, we are making them a part of our life. We want to continue achieving them no matter what's coming up. We would just want to make ourselves very resilient individuals. So when we're working towards improving our health or our relationships, maybe our finances, we ride the waves, right? We ride the waves and we keep going no matter what. So if you reflect on just some of these simple questions just to start, to give yourself just a little bit of insight on, when those barriers are popping up and what's throwing you off track. So what is it that you're thinking when those obstacles arise? And if they were to arise again, what could be different? As far as your approach, and what thoughts could you be thinking that would be different, that is going to keep the momentum going? So we need to have a shift in our perspective and our attitude that life is going to be challenging at times and we can keep going. We can feel the discomfort when these challenges arise, or when we're trying to create a new habit or behavior. We can feel the discomfort of that new habit or behavior because we're becoming a new person, a new version from who we've always been. So we'll feel uncomfortable. But just take some time to reflect on this and see if you can gain a little bit of insight to help you keep going forward the next time a challenge arises.